Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and all our programs are video streamed through our YouTube channel. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are coming to you live from the Fort Bend County. This is Sugarland, and all of my tax dollars went to the Fort Bend County School District. That brings us to the topic of Fort Bend Education Foundation. Today we are not only going to be talking about the Fort Bend Education Fund, we'll also be talking about the Silver Jubilee celebration of the Fort Bend Education Fund, which supports teachers and students here in the Fort Bend County. And I have three special, beautiful ladies here who are going to be talking about the Fort Bend Education Fund. Right next to me is Stacy Bynes, Foundation President. Did I get this right?
That's correct.
Okay. And next to her are the two delightful ladies who are the co-chair of this Silver Jubilee of Fort Bend Education Gala, which is coming up on March 3rd, 2018 at Sugarland Marriott. Next to Stacy is Lynn Halford.
Yes.
Halford, right?
Yes.
Okay, Lynn Halford. And next to her is Peggy Jackson. Peggy
Correct.
Jackson kind of recognized me because she said my son and her son were friends here in the Fort Bend
Colony
area.
Bend.
So, ladies, welcome to Triple N Talk Show. We are delighted to have you. As I said, most of my tax dollars in the past 35 years have gone to support the Fort Bend School District, but really what the taxes we pay, they don't really all go to the teachers and the students directly. But what you ladies do is something that is really supporting the teachers and the students throughout these past 25 years. Okay, let's start off with Stacy. Maybe you can give a little bit about your background, and each of you can give a little bit about your background. Then we'll talk about the Fort Bend Education Fund and about the upcoming gala.
Okay, terrific. So you want to know about me personally?
Yes.
Okay, well, I have lived in
I don't need a phone number, just...
Well, I have lived in Fort Bend County for over 20 years. I'm from Houston originally. I have a marketing and sales background, starting out in television. I am currently the Director of Membership for the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce. And I have volunteered for this terrific organization for about 13 years now, and I'm just thrilled to be the president at this time with so many exciting things going on for our foundation.
Liv?
Well, I have lived out here with my husband and our two children for over 30 years. We have our own business out here in First Colony, and so this is just where we made our home. When the foundation first started, actually it started 26 years ago. The first gala has been 25 years ago. And my husband is one of the original board members. And so I kind of got involved the first year, even though there was not a gala. And the very next year when we had a gala, I chaired it and have been involved ever since.
That's fascinating. You chaired the first gala, and you're going to be chairing the
25th
Silver Jubilee Gala coming up on
That's
March
right.
3rd at Marriott Sugarland. So, ladies and gentlemen, please mark your calendars, and we would like to see you there with your wallets.
That's right.
Please.
But, you know, this
That would
is
be great.
fundraising, so I mean, I'm not going to be feeling shy about it because these funds that we raise are going to be supporting the students and especially the teachers. Okay, let's hear from Peggy.
Hi, I too have, my husband and I have two children, and we have been in this area for over 30 years. Children went through the school district here. I actually have a daughter now who is employed by the school district. She taught for 8 years, and now she's working in a little bit more of an administrative position. So I have, I love this foundation, always have. I have probably worked, I've worked on, I think, number 3 is the first gala that I actually worked on, and I've worked on all of them since then. And as Lynn is, we are also board members of the foundation for, I know I'm 15 plus, Lynn is longer than me.
About the same, I think.
Okay,
So-
maybe any one of you can answer this. Just give us a real brief overview of what Fort Bend Education Fund is. Then we'll get into the inner depths of how Fort Bend Education Fund has been a very vital organization in supporting the teachers and students in the Fort Bend County.
Okay, absolutely. I'll take that
Yeah.
question.
Good.
And I will mention that I have two daughters who have one who graduated from Fort Bend schools and one who is in high school.
Yeah.
And the mission of the foundation is to fund grants to teachers that can directly impact
Yeah.
the classroom. We have a variety of funds that we disperse throughout the district, one being for grants that teachers write for their campus or for their individual classrooms. We also have angel gifts, which are gifts that are given to brand new teachers with 0 years of experience. And then we also have an urgent need grant that we have given, especially in light of what went on with the hurricane and the storm. And then we have developed most recently our Founders Grant, which is one that is particularly impactful and a little bit more in terms of funding than what we do with our regular campus and classroom grants.
Okay, tell us about the professional development grants and what kind of people are able to get those.
Those, again, are grants that teachers and campuses or site grants that they can write for. The foundation also helps to fund some of the professional development for the district as a whole, and those requests come outside of the grant program. One of the things that we support is the convocation, which is the kickoff for the school year every year that is funded partially by the foundation, and a few other activities throughout the year that go towards the professional development.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N talk show. We are talking about the Fort Bend Education Fund and the upcoming Silver Jubilee Gala, which is going to be happening on March 3rd, 2018. This is a Saturday, I guess, right?
Yes.
At Sugarland Marriott. So please mark your calendars and please do come with your wallets because we will be looking for your generous contributions to support, as Stacy said, to support our children and our teachers, most importantly.
Exactly.
Okay, maybe here's the next question you all can answer. You know, you said this has been established for almost 25 years. How much funds have been raised and how have these funds been distributed?
Well, we've raised over $33 million.
That's fascinating.
And,
that's more than $1 million a year.
That's right. That's right. We've had some really good years.
So you have a pretty high target to hit this year then.
Well, the gala doesn't bring in all of it, but but it is the largest fundraiser for all of our different events. So we do have our largest amount of underwriters that have already been secured for this year. So we're excited about that.
Okay. Maybe we can talk about some of the groups to which these funds are distributed during each year.
Well, a large majority of it goes to the teacher grants that are directly the teachers ask for. They're directly given to those teachers and to the schools. And then, like Stacy just mentioned, professional development gets a large sum.
Yeah.
And new teacher gifts, those are what we call our baby teachers, that it's their first year to teach in the district and their first year to ever teach. And so if you've ever had a child that set up a classroom, you know that it costs a lot of money that the district is not able to fund. And so they help all they can. But we actually came up with that about 13, 14 years ago. And some of it came from both of our daughters or have education backgrounds. My daughter taught up in Dallas first, but we heard about what they were doing. It's like, we need to be helping out our young teachers. We started that program, and they get a gift certificate to a teacher supply. And then the teacher supply gives them a discount, so they even get more money than what their amount was.
Yeah.
So
That's-
And I think last year, weren't we able to give each new teacher in the district, $150?
$150.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
And
pretty
so,
good. I
believe me, that goes a
Only the
long
beginning.
way.
It doesn't scratch
Yeah.
the surface of where they need, but it gives them a nice little.
It helps.
It does. It helps.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, like I saw on your website where you donated over $5 million just for the teachers' grants.
Grants,
And
yes.
That's right.
That's fascinating.
Can
Yes.
I tell you about a couple of those? grants
Yes,
that are coming?
let's talk about it.
So every spring,
This is all about grants and fundraising.
yes. So let me tell you about a couple of grants. The teachers are, the first line in the classroom, and they submit some of the most well thought and creative grants to us. I mean, we really wish we could fund them all. We are
Yeah.
limited only by our fundraising, and so I am always fascinated by what the teachers find on their own that would directly impact the classroom. So I'll tell you about two. There was an elementary school teacher who did a display of her grant in action, and it was historical dolls, historical puppets, where the kids could really hands-on look and see what George Washington might look like, or some of the other founders of the country. I thought that was really neat, and had a chance to look at and play with the dolls. All the way up to our Founders Grant, which one really neat and just fantastic grant was a film school. And it's all the equipment for our students that can rotate from campus to campus where they can create short films. And there's even an Academy Awards type presentation or a film festival, I should say, that I believe we have at Dulles. And there's popcorn and a red carpet, and the kids can show their short films, and people from the district and parents and families can go and enjoy them. And that was funded by the
That's
foundation.
fascinating. When you talk about short films, our NNN media has been in existence for 4 years. We have more than 1,000 videos just like these, accenting our experience here in the United States and in the Houston area. So that's great to know, the children getting involved in all these artistic, creative activities. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the NNN Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM. My special guests are Stacy Bynes, who is the foundation president, I should say Fort Bend Education Foundation, so that we know what we are talking about. Of course, we all live in Fort Bend County, and all our taxes have, of course, gone to the Fort Bend School District. Next to her is Lynn Halford, who is going to be the co-chair, along with Peggy Jackson. Okay, let's talk about, anyway, the gala is going to be happening, the Silver Jubilee Gala, I should kind of qualify that, on March 3rd, 2018 at Sugarland Marriott. Please do go to the website and register your names, and please do come with your wallets and your entire family, because after all, your kids went to Fort Bend School District, and we have an obligation to support our system. Okay, let's talk about Angels of Education. What does that stand?
Go ahead, Stacy.
Okay, well, I'll take that one.
Yes.
The Angels Auxiliary is our
I see.
volunteer arm.
I see, yeah.
And it is a group, that's where I began with the
first
foundation.
president.
Yeah.
And it is a wonderful group of parents and supporters and residents of the county who come together to be the volunteers for our recruiting events, for our gala, for our other activities. And so we have over 800 volunteers who have, through the years, supported the foundation to put on some of these large-scale events we have. And it all starts with the Angels Auxiliary.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to it, so how people can sign up for being a volunteer.
Absolutely.
Not only do we need money for the foundation, but we also need human resource.
That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about, besides the gala, what other kinds of activities do you have during a calendar year?
Well, one of our other events is our Back to School Scramble, which is a golf tournament. It's held at Sweetwater Country Club, and it's one of the largest golf tournaments that's in Fort Bend County. We use both courses and have a full range for half a day. And then we also have our Expedition Bike Ride every year. That's a newer event that's come along. We try to have a variety of things so different people might be, we love for you to support all of them. If you're a golfer, like to go to galas, can ride a bike. But if one of them suits your needs more than the other, then we try to find a place where you feel more involved. And then we started an event called Sugar Shindig recently. I think it's 3 years old. It was mostly started not as a fundraiser, but to just have a night where the teachers could go. It's usually been held at Texas Safari. The teachers go out there, there's a band, there's music, and we auction off desserts, which are cakes. And you can buy cake anywhere from $500 to around $2,000. So you go and you pull your money with your little table and have a very nice, expensive slice of cake. And all that money goes also. And like I said, it started out just to be an awareness. Thank you. An awareness for the community, for the teachers to just have a really nice night. The amount of money to go out there, the tickets were much smaller than the gala. But it's really kind of turned into, we raise so much money now with the dessert that it's turned into a fundraiser.
Well, I tell you, while we are talking about desserts and auctions, I am an auctioneer. So if you anytime need a free auctioneer, it will be compliments of Triple N Media. I'll be glad to come and do the auction and maybe collect more money.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Everybody has to be free with us.
That's right.
That's how we run things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Fort Bend Education Fund and its activities. And we are also talking about the Silver Jubilee Gala, which is coming up on March 3rd, 2018 at the Sugarland Marriott. Okay, let's talk about the website. What kind of things people can find at your website?
Well, I'll speak to that in two different things. If you are interested in learning more about the foundation and all of the events that we described, then the Fort Bend Education Foundation website is a great place to go. The grant application process begins there as well for teachers and campuses. That process opens up in the fall. And it's all online now, so teachers can begin and stop and start and complete the entire process online. The other area to go to, in addition to the website, is also our Facebook page, where you can see photos of all of the events that we've been talking about since we've been sitting here. So you can kind of see the look and feel and what it's like to be there. Our Facebook page is quite robust and very active. So if you want to engage every day and one-on-one, take a look at the Facebook page. If you would like to get more information about each of the events, our board of directors, our mission, all of that, I would recommend going to the website.
Okay, let's talk about, I'm a new teacher and I'm trying to get some money from the foundation.
You should.
You may be wondering, all he's talking about is money. How do I go about applying for a grant, and can you walk me through the process of how the grant is awarded and how it is selected?
I'll speak to that a little bit. Please chime in. The teachers, as we said, the grant process, what the application is online, and our executive director, Brenna Cosby, loves to go out and talk to the schools and try to tell the teachers a little bit more about how to apply for these grants. So now that they're online, they can fill those out. They are due in January, I believe. And after that, they are given to our readers. Most of our readers are made up of the board, our present board, and there are also some board members who have been there in the past that just love to read these grants. And so that's who reads them. It's a blind read. We have no idea the name of the teacher or the school that these came from. And they're given to same grant is given to two different board members to read. And we each grade them about, how we like them and what we thought. And then they go back to Brenna. Brenna looks at everything. And if there's a huge discrepancy, and we have some numbers that we use, if there's a big discrepancy, they'll go to a third reader. And then after the third read, if there had been a problem, then we choose our grants. Then we get together again as a board. We know at that point we have X number of dollars that we've raised for the year, and this is the amount of money that we have to spend this year on the grants. And so we'll look at the grants and we'll take the top ones that we can fund, and then after that, the teachers are notified that they have received these grants, and we have a very nice awards ceremony in May to actually present the teachers the grants.
So from the time they fill out the application to the awards ceremony, what time duration are we talking about?
Well, it just depends mainly when the teachers want to start working on the grants. Like I said, they can start working on them in August of the the school year, and they are due in January.
January, okay.
So January they're due, and then we're just now getting ready to start reading the grants.
Oh, okay.
As board members, we're getting ready to read, and like I said, then they'll all be awarded in May.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and we are talking about the Fort Bend Education Foundation and the Silver Jubilee Gala coming up on March 3rd, 2018 at Sugarland Marriott. And my special guests are Stacy Bynes, who is the foundation president. Next to her are two co-chair ladies. Next to Stacy is Lynn Halford, and next to her is Peggy Jackson, and we are talking about the Fort Bend Education Foundation. So let's move on to let's see. How do people donate money throughout the year? You know, somebody may watch this video 6 months from now, and if they want to donate money, how can they do that?
You can donate online through our website. There is a link there where you can make a contribution, and we sure would appreciate it. If you aren't comfortable donating online, then you can certainly mail a check, and all of the contact information for Brenna Cosby, who is our executive director, is there for you to mail a check as well.
That's wonderful. Let's talk about the volunteers. Now, you said you had over the years 800 volunteers. That's probably the biggest volunteer army I have heard of any organization, because it takes a lot of effort to get volunteers. So if somebody wants to be a volunteer, they can sign up on the website. How do they do it?
They can. There are a couple ways, and I think we all came in as part of that volunteer army. Online, of course, you can contact the foundation directly, but we also have 2 recruitment events, one in the fall and one in the spring. It's typically a luncheon where you can take a look at our video that's produced that talks about the mission and the activities of the foundation. Also meet the staff. Also meet the president of the Angels Auxiliary, which is the volunteer arm. So we do that twice a year. But of course, if anyone is interested in volunteering, please contact the foundation directly.
Okay, now we are going to turn our attention to the most important thing, and that is the Silver Jubilee Gala, which is going to be happening on March 3rd, Saturday, at Marriott Sugarland. So let's talk about with our 2 co-chairs. First, let's start off with sponsorship. Tell us about different sponsorship levels so that people will be competing for these sponsorships.
Oh, we would love that. Well, we developed a few years ago, in addition to table sponsors, we have an underwriting level, which the largest one starts at $10,000, and they go.
15.
I'm sorry, it is 15.
15.
I organized it and I messed up. It's $15,000 for the very top one. Then we have 10, 5, and 3. And then if you're not interested in the underwriting, we have table sponsors at $2,000 a table. And if people would just like to come as individuals, we also have individual tickets still available. And people can put down who they would like to sit with, and we try to place all of that so that you're sitting with friends, bringing neighbors, whoever. The underwriting is complete, which it's nice to say.
Oh, that's good.
And the sponsor tables, we still have a few spots available if anyone would like to sponsor a table this year. And you might not make the program. That's coming up. February 16th is the deadline. But we will still make sure that you have a place to sit with your table at the gala up till just a few days before. So we're very excited. We have a live auction, silent auction, bid board, and
raffle.
And a raffle, yes. Raffle tickets.
Sure, definitely. Okay, let's talk about the theme of this year's gala.
Well, it's our 25th anniversary of the gala.
Yeah.
And so we got together during the summer, Lynn and I did, and we were just trying to come up with something that was fun. We knew it had to signify silver 25th. I mean, and so just kind of playing around with words and things, we came up with Silver Jubilee.
Okay.
Just excitement. To me, a jubilee means excitement, and so that's the theme of this year's event.
And you said people can buy the tickets online.
Yes,
at
you
the
can still buy them.
FortbendEducation.org website.
Yes, individual tickets are $175 a piece.
Yeah.
And you can purchase them through the website.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N talk show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and we are talking about the Fort Bend Education Foundation. And my special guests here are Stacy Bynes, and next to her are two co-chairs, Lynn Halford and Peggy Jackson. And please do mark your calendars for March 3rd, 2018 for the Silver Jubilee Gala of the Fort Bend Education Foundation. Any final thoughts, ladies?
Well, if you're unable to come, there are a lot of people selling raffle tickets.
Right.
We have a committee. Our gala committee consists of about 40 members, and we all have tickets available. There's a 40-member board. We have tickets. And you can also buy those online. So that's one way that you can help, that the money goes directly into the grant program, because there's no expense there. We have the raffle completely underwritten, and all the funds that we raise just go straight to the teachers.
Any final thoughts?
Well, education is so important. Public education is something that everyone has access to, and so we're really proud to represent the foundation and the hard work that we do to help the teachers find creative and innovative ways to impact children directly in the classroom. So we are relying on the support of the community to make our not just our foundation a great success, but also our event on March 3rd.
And I just want to add something that Brenna is always talking about, is the fact that this foundation touches every single school in our district. And I believe we have like 75 schools in the district?
That's
somewhere around in there, I'm sorry.
When I came in 1982, there were only like 4 schools.
Right,
Like
but yes, we have touched every single school in our district, and we're very proud of that fact.
Absolutely.
So we really do encourage you to support us, because if you don't, we cannot help these teachers and students.
Definitely. Brenna Cosby couldn't be here, but she's the one who, said all these things so that we could share our thoughts on Fort Bend Education Foundation, and especially the Silver Jubilee Gala, which is coming up on March 3rd at Sugarland Marriott. Please mark your calendars and please show up, and we will see you on March 3rd. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.